look at you. You came crawling back from New York.
That's not a showman. That's a...
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots.
Watch yourself before you get checked.
Who gonna check me, boo?
I don't give a about your girl!
Am I the problem in this relationship? Yes. What?
Don't activate me, because you've not seen me activate it.
Summer should be fun. Minna, not fun.
How many sandwiches have you made for me?
I don't like you.
They're bitches. He was like, yeah, I'm like texting other people, and I said, okay.
How'd it make you feel?
I was like, amazing. Go for it.
And then you punched him in the dick? That's what I would have done.
I've watched you in other relationships. You're in your spot right now where you're either about to put the wall up and be like,
Yeah.
or you're gonna fall really hard.
There's only one or two ways it can go.
Yeah, you're in like that crossroad.
This was my other point. Like, he says, like, love you, and like, meet the parents. Like, he's very casual.
I would take you home for Thanksgiving. It was tomorrow.
Time for earning your dinner.
No, of course not. I was so sorry that I wasn't there.
I'm sorry, I got wine on your shirt.
I didn't throw my mask in.
I'm sorry, you got wine all over you, and I threw it in your direction.
I'm good. Don't worry about me.
Sorry.
Just want to make sure.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me? Really?
Sorry. What?
That wasn't on purpose?
I literally had a cough. What's your problem?
Oh, I have a lot, but...
She wore shoulder pads to the beach. She knew she was getting proposed to.
What's happening?
Everybody just shows up in shoulder pads to the ocean. I feel like a bitch for just saying what everyone is thinking in their head. She curled her hair. And as she should, I'm proud of her. Yes, if you know what's happening, pick out the best possible outfit, do your hair, get your nails done. Be prepared, girl. Friend. Girl, I don't even speak to you, so I don't
No, you just speak about me. You fight behind my back, and it's the most pathetic fighting I've ever seen.
You're literally nuts.
Paige,
No, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not doing this.
Paige.
You're not doing it when I just told you I'm not doing it, okay? So I'm not doing it.
This is how adult relationships work. If you have a problem, you confront that person directly. You don't talk to the entire house. That's very middle school.
Do anything for them.
I don't
The way you treat, the way you treat production, the way you treat
my name comes
fans,
out of your
the
mouth.
way even Andy knows you're rude. He had to yell at you at BravoCon for the way you speak to his employees. Guys don't want to get into relationships because they want the option of whoever they meet next to have the option of sleeping with them.
Yeah.
My question is, if West is with Sierra, who is he getting that's prettier and better than Sierra? I just like, that's where like the idea of like delusion, I'm just like, wait, sorry, I get why you want to stay single, but you're seeing Sierra. So like, who out there are you trying to make room for? Like, I'm so curious. I'd love to meet her. He has a little bit of Kyle in him where he enjoys being center of attention.
Girls are texting you and you're texting them back.
Yeah.
Are they like, hey, what's up? And
No, it's
you're like, hey, what's up?
friendly, flirty.
I'm gonna quote Drake that like one good bitch is better than 100.
I literally talked to my therapist. She was like, make a list of 10 things you like about yourself. Like, pick which one. Have you seen your smile? 29 years old, you have your own business, you have your own job, you're independent, you live in New York City. Do you not like your own cookies? I do like my cookies. Okay, so that's one thing. She likes her cookies. Okay.
Kind of like my one biggest insecurity that like no one's ever needed more of me. Like I've spent my life in pursuit. Oh, I don't want to do this. I've spent my life in pursuit of like friends and relationships. What? See, this is the one thing that will get me. Yeah. Where people like can't get enough of me. And I think sometimes when when it's brought to your attention that like you've already given too much and you've been here for 10 minutes, it just brings up all of the hurtful things that I'd heard in the past from people who were being mean-spirited.
Little food heavy dance. I love when you do that.
Really?
This time, watch me
walk away. Okay, well, you're the one who's wrong. Lizzie, I don't give a if I'm wrong. I don't give a if I'm right. You know what you did. You're diabolical. Bitch, you.
One time, Karl told me that Lindsay threatened to kill him, and he believed her. I laughed about it, and now I'm worried.
This time, watch me walk away. Okay, well, you're the one who's wrong. Lizzie, I don't give a if I'm wrong. I don't give a if I'm right. You know what you did. You're diabolical. Bitch, you.
One time, Karl told me that Lindsay threatened to kill him, and he believed her. Bad for her. I know Lindsay, and Lindsay is Lindsay. And when she does her crying no tears, I can't align with it. It's very hard for me to then believe anything that comes out of her mouth.
Whenever she recounts a story, she's almost 110% always the victim. There's never anything that she could have done or said that was problematic or wrong. So I know when she's telling a story, there's two sides to the story. There's Lindsay's side, there's Karl's side, there's the truth, and there's somewhere in between that.
I just feel like I've been on the receiving end of her telling a story about something that's happened with us, and
it's
I'm like, that's just
not how it happened.
What happened.
Yeah.
And of course, this goes without saying, anytime you get broken up with, yeah, that's sad.
Came on a show, it was about to air, it is women viewers, they're gonna love the new guys. There's so many DMs. We get the allure of that, but we are also her friend. So we see the allure of her. I mean, you'd have to be blind to not. So we couldn't understand how the fame and like the lights and camera were so much more enticing than like your real life. I mean, we had two people have the worst summer of their lives.
Well, you know, oh, wow. More midriffs. Hey, Naomi. How are you? Good, how are you? Wow. Oh, my God.
Have a lot of questions about what is considered sober and what is considered not. Is weed in the clear of considered sobriety? A week before filming, Karl was on mushrooms at a music festival.
We took a small microdose together, and we actually looked at each other and said, we're not doing this again.
Okay, correct, but I don't claim to be sober.
So, but do you not know his definition or his relationship or what his agreement is?
I know, why are you so fixated on his definition of sobriety? Why aren't you just supportive of the path? No, I am, I always have been. You're not. But you're so angry that you smoke weed. You told me you don't like that he does that. Okay, I'll tell you why it bothers me.
So much. I hear you and Madison from Southern Charm are on a billboard in Times Square.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, your two favorite exes.
Yeah, we'll have to take Austin down to take a look.
I mean, hey, maybe some other people.
Yes.
Beautiful bride, like, the way that he did it, no.
And I was like, but Karl also, I'm sure, had very valid reasons. He didn't actually break up with her. It's like, oh, well, he actually just pointed out, like, you shouldn't be getting married right now. Then it's like, okay, she wanted to have a baby immediately. Then you're going to throw a child into that mix, and that's really unfair for your unborn child when you know you two aren't staying together. Like, there was just no way. You were 6 months into your relationship and you weren't having sex. Call it.
Weekend, too. Well, yeah, when we got 2 hours of talking about it where I sat there and listened.
In the car on the way home, he's like picking at me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are you this aggressive with me? And then all of a sudden he starts like switching the narrative, like, and he's like, well, you've been drinking. And I'm like, if you're gonna accuse me of drinking, then you better be fucking clean.
Still accusing him of like being on drugs and doing stuff.
Were you surprised Lindsay questioned his sobriety, Danielle?
Yes. Just period, yes.
There has been a rumor for about a month now that Kristen was either hooking up with Austin or Craig. I assumed it was Austin. Oh boy, was I wrong.
I didn't realize that you really liked him like that.
When you're not exclusive, each person is allowed to do whatever they want. Obviously, it hurts. And like, this is not like a normal girl that I'm competing with. This is, I mean, I love her. You ain't look like a liar. Sometimes, yeah. Get the away from me.
that was nice to me in the house. I know that you guys came in and you had a very different experience than I did, than she did, than Hannah did, than Jules did. Do I sit in my bed and gossip with my girlfriends about the she does to other girls? Absolutely. But I've always sat back and watched her fight every other girl and have her own situation with every other girl that has nothing to do with me. But I was in that position at one time. So when they come to me and they cry, I say, I get it. No, I totally get it. So when Danielle started to finally get it and be on the other end, was I happy that Danielle was standing up for herself? Absolutely.
Like, I'm flirting with every man I lay eyes on.
No,
like,
we know.
Yeah.
And I was having a conversation. But I do have a lot of questions about what is considered sober and what is considered not. Is weed in the clear of considered sobriety? A week before filming, Karl was on mushrooms at a music festival.
We took a small microdose together, and we actually looked at each other and said, we're not doing this again.
Okay, correct, but I don't claim to be sober.
Well, so, but do you not know his definition or his relationship or what his agreement is?
I know. Why are you so fixated on his definition of sobriety? Why aren't you just supportive of the path?
No, I am. I always have been.
No, you're not. But you're so angry.
And I was having a conversation. But I do have a lot of questions about what is considered sober and what is considered.
Oh, shocker.
I don't really think people appreciate what's going on here.
Well, did Amanda say she was gonna quit Loverboy?
No.
What are you up in arms about? You have to understand, she is so wrapped up in your entire world. Everything is about you. What if she has something that's for her?
I don't really think of Loverboy as mine. I think of it as ours. I feel like that's what we've been working towards, building for our future. And
But you can't expect her to be just as passionate about it as you are. You have to take Loverboy out of it for a second because she needs to be doing stuff that's potentially gonna make her happy.
Let me define our relationship real quick. Karl and I get drunk, we make out. I haven't pushed it further because Karl only talks to me Friday through Sunday. Whoa! What the is that? So I'm not giving him my flower unless he waters it. I understand.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank